Now, guys, for those who want to study in the United States next year, all right, that is against the fall intake, which is starting in August 2023. This is the time for you to apply right now. On my YouTube channel, I have talked about a lot of programs, all right, a lot of universities where you can apply and study for free. I equally break down the process in which you can apply for schools in the US and study for free. I am not the only one who has YouTube videos about that, but I equally break them down slowly, so that everybody can understand. And I know you are going to watch those videos. For those who are looking at Canada, now I'm talking about prospective countries, international students or prospective students can take, all right, to migrate next year. Looking at the schedule interval or the study time, schools begins next year, August, in the United States. So if you want to study next year, August, all right, in US, you have to apply now. This is the season. You can study with a tuition fee. You can study on a scholarship. You can study on funding opportunities. You can study on grants, all right, and you can study for free. It is very possible. Or if you decide to self-fund your education, it is still an advantage for you. You can equally do that, all right? So just follow the videos. There are specific ways you have to go about that, all right? If you are following the scholarship way, then you choose the scholarship option. If you are taking the grant way in grad schools, then you follow the videos about grad schools. I talked about this a couple of times, all right? So that is the United States number one, country number one. Or if you are looking for easier means to migrate abroad next year as an international student, country number one is the United States. Before I go to number two, somebody was telling me that I think it's a parent, her son was deported from North Cyprus, and the message that came to me, she said the son has been in Northern Cyprus for 2 years without any permit or any proof of legality or any document to show that he is legal. So when he was caught by the immigration, he was deported straight. All right. Now, the lady was like, why didn't they give him fair play? Like I always say in my YouTube videos, if you go to North Cyprus, first, understand that the population of international students is increasing every day, and they are looking for means to shorten the number, or let me say to limit the intake of students. But they can't because they know that money is coming into the economy. I hope you understand. So, if you go to North Cyprus and take the laws into your hand, know that you will be sent home. First thing is, do not break the laws when you are entering the Aegean airport, because a lot of people will still be deported. I'm very sure about that. Secondly, know that if you are in North Cyprus, I have been saying that every country you go, try to be legal. I understand the permit, or probably maybe the residence permit, is a problem because of the money. Yes, I know that because I've been there. But I would say that no matter what, try to do the permit, because the permit is going to help you in so many ways. You cannot go to any other embassy to request for any visa, all right, in North Cyprus or maybe in Turkey without the student permit in Northern Cyprus, or maybe in South Cyprus. You need a student permit, all right? You need it. So, without doing it, you are on the disadvantaged side. Now you have been deported. So, the first thing is that when the police gets you, if you look rough, if you look somehow, they are going to ask for it, and you don't have it, they will deport you. As simple as ABC. So try to get the document, all right? Try to get the document. It's going to help you a lot, because a lot of people are falling prey for that already. Now, let's go to country number two. Another country you can migrate to very easily, all right, are the countries in the European Union. Now, how do I say you can migrate to the countries in the European Union for free? There is a scholarship currently open right now in Europe. It is called the Erasmus Mundus Joint Master's Degree Scholarship, which involves all international students, irrespective of the academic background you come from. You can always apply for Erasmus because everybody has a program. I hope you understand. Yes, because this scholarship is sponsored by the European Union. Therefore, the advantage of the scholarship is because it is accessible to all European countries. That is to say, the scholarship is a joint scholarship, which means that you are going to be moving from one country to the other. All right. There is a video on the YouTube channel I talked about Erasmus Mundus Joint Master's Degree Scholarship. Please verify that video and watch it again. It is fully funded. When you win this scholarship, or if you are a winner or an awardee, you are going to get free flight to Europe, monthly stipends, all right? You are going to get free money for allowance, moving in and out of Europe, or moving from one country to the other. You are going to get money for that. Then your accommodation, your insurance, everything. I said it is fully funded, all right? And the money is going to increase this year, because before the monthly stipend used to be 1,200, but because of the issues in Europe now, the European Union probably is already putting that into consideration, because inflation has affected a lot of countries. I hope you understand. The prices of goods and services have increased already. So with that scholarship, with the Erasmus scholarship, you can move from one country in the European Union to the other, some countries in the Schengen as well. All right, since your program is not going to be in one country, but remember you are paying $0 every payment. All right, I mean Erasmus mundus, the cohorts, and the awarding institutions. All right, that's how I can put it. So you can apply for Erasmus and study for free next year. That is in the entire Europe, and you can equally study for free in America. Now, that is the first and second option. Let's go to the third option. The third option is studies in Norway. Yeah, studies in Norway is free, but it doesn't mean that you are not going to spend any franc. I wanted to say 5 franc because franc is the money used in my country. So you can apply to Norway, a university in Norway. There are a lot of universities I have mentioned already for free. No application fee, no tuition fee. But when you get admissions, you have to put money in the blocked account. I have talked about this multiple times in many videos. All right, you can check that. Schools in Norway have bachelor's degree programs. Other universities have master's degree programs. And some other schools have PhD programs. All right, it is now left for you to check the channel to know which universities offer which programs. There are a lot of programs from computer engineering, computer science, mathematics, physics, history, philosophy, arts, music, or whichsoever program you are looking for. Just apply for a school. When accepted, you will get the banking details to drop the money inside. You apply for your visa. You move to Norway. The money is still your money, all right? But the Norwegian Immigration Directorate want to see that you have this money in your bank account. It's not going to be in your bank account, don't get me wrong, all right? But you need that money. So that's another country to study in for free. Norway also have Erasmus courses, all right? Which means that there are some courses you are going to see in the Erasmus mundus that have universities in Norway taking the courses, like the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. It's taking a coastal course, a coastal marine, a marine course, I think so. I've seen it, all right? So you should check this and decide on which you want to use. Remember that you need documents for all of this. Now, another country you can study in next year, all right, for free is Finland. Now, there are a lot of universities in Finland. Finland was initially free, but now it is no more free. But however, there is a university, all right, in Finland. It is called Valmia College. This is a vocational college, all right. What happens at Valmia College is they train people like waitresses. They train people like, is it waitresses or waitress? Anyways, they train people like cooks. They train people like mechanical fitters, all right. This particular university is a private, I think it's a government university or private, I don't know. But it is a college that train only cooks, waitress, and mechanical fitters. Then they are absolutely tuition free, all right. What happens is you just need to make sure you have your IELTS certificate. Then you apply for Valmia College. Right now, admissions is not open. Probably it's going to open next year, January 4th, because that is the intake, or let me say the time interval in which most universities in Finland open their doors. If you apply and you get admissions in Valmia, you can study for free. However, in other universities, you will not study for free in Finland, but you can easily get a deduction in scholarship, or let me say a deduction in tuition fee, and possibly get maybe a 25 or a 50% scholarship in most applied science universities. I have talked about this. There are videos on the channel, so please check that. That is another country you can study in for free. Another country you can study in for free is Germany. Education in public universities in Germany is absolutely free. All you need is your blocked account. I hope you understand. Admissions is going to open November, December in some German universities, all right? And I think if you have a degree in geology, indicate in the comment section. I will drop a university for you to check December and apply and start studies next year, April, May. That's the spring intake, all right? So that is what you should know. Germany, Norway, US, and other places. Now, if you are equally looking for part-time studies, which is not strictly free, you can check Canadian universities. All right, because most schools in Canada will offer you free studies, and of course, you, like I said, it's part-time, it's not fully funded, and you cannot get. Some people will equally get full studies, all right, like masters and PhD students in Canada, but I think bachelors may be a little complicated, all right, in terms of the funding opportunities and the scholarship, but you can always get 50%, 75% scholarship in Canada as an undergraduate student, all right. So these are the countries you are going to study for absolutely zero tuition fee, though you still need your own money in your account. Now, the countries you need small amounts of money to study in is France and Austria. Let me start with Austria. Public schools in Austria, most of the times, if you check all of them, tuition fee is 363.25 euros. Some other universities have like 720 euros. That is for public schools. I don't talk about private schools. I didn't talk about private schools. So if you apply and you get admissions in Austria, you equally need to be paying just 363 euros to study. Remember that if you want to apply for the residence permit or visa, or D-type visa, you need to show that you have money in your own personal bank account. There are videos on my channel. I have talked about this. And again, you need legalization of your documents. I have people who are already preparing to apply next year. They are already doing legalization. Make sure you start the process early because legalization takes a lot of time and verification as well. Now, let's go to the other country, which is France. If you want to study next year in France, all right, for small amounts of money, there are universities in France I have talked about that you are going to pay 170 euros and to study a bachelor's, 243 euros to study a master's, and 380 euros to study a PhD. Examples include the University of Paris-Saclay, all right, and the University of Orleans and many other universities, mostly public universities. So most of these schools will open November, December, January, all right. November this year, December this year, January next year. For studies that is going to start next year, October, September, October. So you can check all of that. Proof of funds video is on the channel. Check that and make sure everything is okay. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will continue in another video to bring you the things that you need to know. Remember, admissions begins in February next year in Iceland. Iceland is another good country to consider. Ireland, I think, is still open, but I'm not very sure. I will verify. All right. I mean against next year. So these are some of the little things I said, let me inform you. I hope you are going to find some from there. Yeah. From that way, it will be good for you to navigate. Alright? Make sure you take your admission slowly so that you understand what it entails. Read requirements. Pay attention to academic requirements. Pay attention to documental requirements. Alright? Pay attention to country-specific requirements like in Norway, Finland, France, and Ireland. Alright? I hope it helps you. Until we meet again in another one.